Opinions on movies are one of the most subjective things widely debated on the internet, but not every movie was created equal. That is why, no matter how absolutely atrocious a popular franchise is, there's always people ready to make excuses. And here I'm going to debunk all of them, whilst also ranking which ones are the best and which are the worst. Alright, let's start with... Don't know which ones are here. It wasn't made for you. I'm going to put it wasn't made for you in B tier. I don't think it's a bad excuse. I think that used in the right context, it could excuse a lot of criticism one may have for a movie. Like, for example, if I dissed the Barbie movie, I am not a 14-year-old girl. Of course, I'm going to hate that movie. However, this is often used to describe kids' TV, usually. Oh, it wasn't made for you, it was made for kids. Okay, it still sucks. So if you're using it to defend something made for kids, then it can go down here. But on average, it wasn't made for you. Pretty decent excuse. Pretty decent excuse. Next one. You're not the first person to have this take. This was this. Reverse bandwagon fallacy. Like... okay. Demon Slayer has nothing else going for it but animation. You're not the first person to have this take. Yeah? Doesn't make the take any less true. You know what I mean? Dumb excuse. If anyone ever says this, just slap him in the face. They're dumb. Next one. What more were you expecting? This one, okay, on the context of mediocre movies, this one can go into C tier. Most of the time, if you watch something bang average, like Taken, for example, it's a Saturday night, chillin' film. What more do you expect, right? The problem is people often ask me this with, like, John Wick. I think the John Wick quadrilogy, was there 5? I think there's 4. There's going to be a 5th, I think, are some of the most overrated movies of all time. But what more were you expecting? It's an action thriller. Yeah, that's my point. Why were you guys overrating this movie like it was some second coming of Christ? So in that aspect, really garbage excuse. But on average, not a bad excuse if you're defending some really poorly made and deliberately poorly made film or TV show. Like, not everything has to be Citizen Kane over here. You don't like it because you're a bigot. You know, a couple years ago, this could have probably been up here. I feel like sometimes fans were a bit sexist towards certain characters because they were a woman or because they were black. A good example is Skylar. Like, Skylar is not a bad character in the slightest. Marie is an awful character. Nothing you say will change my mind. But nowadays, honestly, like, if anyone mentions the word bigot, like, I just groan. And yeah, you can go into detail. Next up, Bro Boxing drills you 5-minute scores for man if you want that. Don't talk like you're bad, you ain't on that comment. Nobody gave this film a chance. I'm gonna put this one in C tier. I think that hate watching is more prevalent than ever. However, movies nowadays have either trash marketing and no one's really giving you a reason to root for a movie, TV show, etc., or is made deliberately to piss off the audience rather than to entertain. So I'm going to put this one in C tier. I get it, but hey, give us good movies and make us actually give it a chance. Next up. You just don't understand Ava. I'm putting it in A tier. It's brilliant. I love it. Whenever you are online and someone else doesn't like something that you do, just hit them with a "you don't understand this piece of fiction," and it will work every single time. The best part about this is when someone asks, well then explain it then, you can hit them with a "oh, you're not smart enough to understand." Do you know what I mean? This excuse is almost foolproof. This is why everyone uses it. This is why Evangelion is so successful. It's because people have been absolutely parroting this excuse for I don't even want to know how long. So, you don't understand Ava, it goes into A tier. Next one. Then why did you watch it? This is absolutely just the worst excuse ever. This can go into D tier. This can go literally here on D tier. It is such a bad excuse. I don't know why people say it. Like, I'm a smart person. You can watch all of my videos and you'll understand, okay, Sammy G is a genius. I'm not a mind reader. I have to, every single time I want to watch something, gamble my time that what I'm watching is going to be worth it. And if you just write, well then why did you watch it? You're just treating me like, I mean, you're putting me in a higher standard, in which case I greatly appreciate the compliment. But I don't know how good every movie is. Why did I watch it? Because I wanted to enjoy myself, okay? And that didn't give me what I wanted. Leave me alone. Moving on. You would have loved this movie 10 years ago. I'm going to put this one in B tier. I respect it. There's a few things 10 years ago that if you made it now, I probably wouldn't have liked it. The thing is, you can't predict this. Like, I'm sure 10 years ago we'll be saying that The Acolyte was a masterpiece. We're not saying that, though, are we? People were saying the same thing about The Last Jedi. Oh my god. People were actually saying, I can't believe people were trashing this film when it came out. Yeah, because it sucks. So, I get this one. I really do. Like, there's a few films I look back in hindsight and think, it wasn't as bad as everyone made it out to be. But, you can't predict the future. So I'm just going to say this one's at B tier. Next one. It's a movie, it's not meant to be a realistic. I'm putting it in C tier. I get it. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you this. Whenever we have some nonsense romance, some over-the-top action sequence, I can get it. Like, it's a movie, it's not meant to be realistic. You're going to see hench people all the time. You're going to see gorgeous women in bikinis everywhere. It's a movie. Real life is not like that. This is all escapism, people. You know? Don't treat me like an idiot, though. Like, in the movie... Oh, what's that stupid movie with Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry? The Union, I think. Literally, the only reason the last 30 minutes of that movie happened was because Mark Wahlberg, spoiler alert, didn't kill the bad guy then and there. Don't treat me like an idiot. If you treat me like an idiot and you say, it's a movie, it's not meant to be realistic, this can go, honestly, bottom of D tier right here. See you later. On average, though, it's a movie, it's not meant to be realistic. It's a pretty garbage excuse, but there are instances in which the movie can be good. Well, this excuse can be good. Moving swiftly on. The movie won awards and made a lot of money. This one can go in B tier. I like this excuse because no matter how garbage the movie is and the TV show is, you can say that no matter how successful you are, the people who made the piece of fiction that you're complaining about will be more successful in life than you will. Having said that, the number one most box office movie is Avatar. When was the last time you heard of someone who had positive things to say or anything to say about the movie Avatar? I didn't think so. Oh, bonus points, the sequel. When was the last time you heard someone talk about the sequel? Yeah, I didn't think so. So, yes, the movie won awards and it made a lot of money, but guess what? A lot of rubbish movies and forgettable movies also fit that category too. So, yeah. The better excuse is the critics didn't like it and the audience did, so shush. I'm going to put this in A tier. Most of the time when a movie is accepted by the people, it's a good movie because most critics are paid shills who have a reputation and don't want to say the wrong things. If the audience loved it, but the critics didn't, I'm most of the time going to listen to the audience. So even though, yes, there are films that fit into this category, there's a few less bad movies that enter this category rather than this category. The critics didn't like it, the audience did. Shush. Next one. Well, that's what it's like in the source material. Ooh. Gonna put this in detail. I'm gonna put this in bold and underlined. If I watch a movie and it's shit, if that's what it's like in the source material, then the source material is also shit. Right? Oh, it was like that in the manga, so how are you hating on this fight scene? Because it was a trash fight scene. I hate anime fans. I swear to God, I hate anime fans. Like, dude, if I'm trashing an anime, I'm trashing Demon Slayer, I'm trashing Boku no originality, I'm trashing fucking hell, Tokyo Ghoul. If your excuses, I know not really with Tokyo Ghoul, but yeah. I had so many people coming to me like, well, that's what it was like in the manga. What are the writers gonna do? Change the manga? No. They need to adapt better source material because that manga's shit. Huh. I don't understand why people go to this excuse. It's absolute dog shit. D tier. Bye-bye. Next up. But behind the scenes, and then talk about how, like, 3 people got shot and how one washed director took over from another washed director. It's going in C tier. In the case of Werner Herzog, I get it, like, weird stuff happens behind the scene, but also if Werner Herzog can make a successful film career and basically put his life on the line every single time he shoots, so can you. But behind the scenes, yeah, then make a better film. But my favorite excuse, without a shadow of a doubt, because this excuse could honestly be done with anything. Like, no matter what anyone criticizes, this is honestly the best excuse. How else would you have done it then? You know what I mean? Oh, the ending of Parasite the Maxim sucks. Well, how else would you have done it? You know what I mean? And 99.9% of the time, you're gonna just sit there silently like a test tube baby. You know what I mean? And even if you have a really good alternate ending that actually would fix a lot of the problems that you're complaining about, someone's just gonna hit you with we'll write a fanfic about your alternate ending then. Like fanfics writers aren't the testiest of test tube babies. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is a fantastic excuse. I'm always going to say it whenever something bad happens. I will always defend the Attack on Titan ending, and then, like, I've used that excuse to defend the Attack on Titan ending every single time, and nobody's been able to say anything to me. It's brilliant. So yeah, that is my excuse tier list. What other excuses do people make for bad written media that I could have added onto here? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.